Good evening, Indigenous Opportunities. My name is Ron McHugh. I'm one of the live contributors to the page. So here's what we're doing here on Indigenous Opportunities. Nathan has discovered a new feature on Facebook which allows a live contributor to interview somebody, and it actually plays a split screen. Boom. So I'm gonna try and invite Chantelle. She posted a video live earlier today, and we're just gonna try and talk here. So let me just. This is actually no, 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 no. Okay, so I'm live right now, and I'm actually just learning this feature, and I'm not sure you can do this on a page. You can do it on your individual profile, but not on the page, I think. Yeah. Viewers. There's viewers. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, right on. Here we go. Chantelle. Knock, knock, knock. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Chantelle Keyshae. Bam. And there we go. Good evening, Chantelle. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Right on. I'm cold. I hear you're in California.
Yeah, it's still cold here though.
Oh, it's not Canada cold, I'm telling you. You're from Onion Lake, you know.
Yeah, I can't be there right now.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure, trust me, I'd rather be where you are. I've never been to California, but okay, so Chantelle, um, tell us a little bit about yourself. Okay, so I know you're from Onion Lake. I know you are an entrepreneur. I know that you've taken some ventures into fitness and swimsuit modeling, right? Is that what it is?
Uh, it's more like bikini competitions is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And then also you own one shop or two shops?
I own one.
Oh, one. And this is in like a beauty shop, hey?
Yes.
What kind of services do you offer? Tell us a little bit about your business, please.
So it's a lash studio. I offer three different styles of lashes, and then also um, microblading. It's a new type of tattooing technique, and so it's very popular for the ladies that, don't really have eyebrow hair and don't really want to color them in every
Oh,
day.
I see. I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it looks
Yeah.
very natural. So,
Okay.
it's a good option for them to have.
So you do eyelashes, and I'm sure where in California do you live? What city?
Well, it's San Diego County, but the shop is
Oh,
in San Marcos, California. So it's maybe like an hour north of San Diego City.
hmm. And how exactly did you come to live in California from Onion Lake all the way down to California? Tell us how you got
Uh,
there.
I basically moved here for my boyfriend, to be honest,
Hmm.
and I I moved. We went back and forth for like 6 months, and then I had my business in Lloydminster at the time, and it was the same kind of deal. I was self-employed, so I was able to kind of have a little more freedom that way, and so I just came here a lot, and vice versa, and then eventually made the move to come here and um, started working for other uh, here and lash companies and kind of gain clientele that way. And then, to be honest, when I opened the studio here, it wasn't that it wasn't that busy. To be honest, I just kind of decided that I wanted to do it. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew that it was going to be slow at first. And then it was just more like marketing myself and trying to get myself, like my name out there and what I did.
Okay.
And
So how did you market yourself? Tell us what your marketing strategies were. So you moved down. Okay, first of all, let's start off. What about your business? It was in Lloydminster, or
mm-hmm.
Minster, I should, sorry, Lloydminster. And um, how long did you have it open there for before you moved?
I want to say almost 2 years.
Wow, two
It was
years.
it was
Awesome.
it was good actually. I had a lot of really close clientele that I met during that time, and um, I mean, I still miss them.
Oh, I bet.
So
I bet.
yeah,
Because I know people in your business, they establish that base of clientele, right? I mean, that's a really
yeah,
important part of
you pretty
the business that you
much
have.
become friends with all your clientele, and so it's just you build a friendship, and I'm basically almost friends with all of my clients, and
Yeah.
I like it. It's very I guess personal kind of.
Well, it's like sharing secrets and gossiping and no, I'm just kidding. So you had your
Same.
business open for so you had your business open for 2 years and then you decided to make the big move. How did that feel? Like what were the kinds of I mean, how did you even make that decision? I know it was for your boyfriend, but I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like, oh, I'm going. That's it. I'll see you later. I'm out of here. There must have been some sort of inner battle. You know what I'm saying? Weighing the pros and the cons, or was it a pretty
Um,
easy decision to make?
well, I think what helped my move was uh, there was a loss in the family, so we lost our
Mm-hmm.
grandpa, who was like my father figure, and so it just was different, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Passed away, and so I I just decided that I needed to change from
awesome.
everything that was on. So um,
Hmm.
that's one thing that helped me with all that.
Yeah, for
And then
sure, for sure.
basically that's the big one.
Yeah, the one of the big factors that influenced it, and then so moved down
It just
to
really
San Diego.
really the same anymore. I don't know. It's not
So
I don't
like,
know.
did you like drive down, or did you fly down, or what happened there? Like, how exactly? Give us the the down low on how like you had to close up shop, you had to say goodbye to your customers, you had to probably sell your storefront and all that kind of stuff. So it must be a process, right?
Yeah. Uh, so I had a SUV at the time, and I packed up everything, just like personal belongings, and I just like jam packed my SUV, and I drove down with my friend, and she helped me drive here, and then we flew her back home as soon as we got
Oh,
here.
okay.
So um, my daughter was 4, or no, she was 5, and she just she's a good traveler, so she came with us, and we traveled as far as we could every day, and we just made it. And I
Wow.
don't really like that. No, it's too hard.
Well, how long did it
Wait.
take? Three
Um,
days? 4 days?
mm,
It goes right by the Mex. It's like right by
2 days.
Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah,
2 days? Oh, okay.
yeah, 2 days.
And you said your daughter was 4. So how old is your daughter now?
She was just she just turned 5. She's gonna be turning 8 next month.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've been here for it's gonna be 3 years in January.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like almost like almost half her life she's been in America.
Yeah.
And if I'm doing my math right, she was 2 years old when you opened your business in Lloyd, right? Or did you
Yeah.
have her when you opened your business in Lloyd?
Yeah. She was pretty young. She was.
Wow. And so your
Yeah.
boy, like your boyfriend was with you in Lloyd, right?
No, I met him when Shaden was 4.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
So you were a single mom and you opened a business? Holy smokers. Good for you. Right on. That must have
Thanks.
taken a lot of resilience for sure. A lot of I don't know. What shouldn't have couldn't have been the easiest thing in the world. So I commend you for that. Right on. So what's your daughter's name?
Her name was Shaden
Shaden.
and Patagan. Yeah.
Okay. So she's 8 years old, you guys, and she was four, 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. You moved to San Diego, you set up shop, and you said, I recall you saying that it wasn't that busy, hey?
No, it wasn't. Not in the beginning, no.
Yeah. So how hard was it to establish your clientele? What exactly did you have to do? I heard you said you had marketing strategies. So can you give us a little insight into what you did to, were you handing out flyers? Were you shaking hands? Putting up
It,
posters?
honestly, it was basically joining like groups in the communities. So I've joined like Valley Center, which is the town that where I first opened the shop. It was in Valley Center, and so I joined their groups, and I just kind of marketed myself on there and kind of started um, just let them know that I was here and that I was like having a deal for the
Mhm.
first, you know, month or so, and just gave out like referral cards and um, loyalty
So
program.
referral cards. So as a business owner, I open up a new business. I want more clientele, and I give out referral cards. Please explain what referral cards are.
So referral cards are you give them to your clients, and
Hmm.
you I'm doing a referral program, and if you have anybody interested, just give them this card, and it'll say like a
Okay.
percentage off of that card, and then the person who gives it to that new client, they also get a
Hmm.
percentage off. So it kind of um, helps both of them as well.
Okay. Wow. So that, yeah, I can see how that can be a good incentive to build clientele for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And where you were already established, because this product is basically, it's based upon your talent, right? Like it's not only your talent but your love for the craft, your love
Yeah.
for doing what you do, right? So how, and you said it's been now since you opened the business in San Diego, it's been how long now? You said 3 or 4 years.
I opened it, when was it? March of 2015. Wait, is that right? No, March of 2016. So it's going to be two
Okay.
years, I think, in March.
Okay.
Hmm.
Right. A lot of milestones a lot of milestones I can see with your daughter and the business and everything. So everything's passing a point where, it's more American than it has been in Canada, right? So
Yeah.
it's infantile
Um,
seed kind of growth came in Canada and then you moved down there.
yeah.
What are
So
the differences that you see like in, sorry, go ahead. My apologies for that.
no, no, no. I was just gonna say, she knows more about like the American flag than the Canadian flag, and she just knows like who made it and how many stars. And I was just like,
Oh, okay.
so I just find that kind of funny that, and she knows more about like presidents, and so she's learning everything about American history pretty much than Canadian. It's kind of odd that I don't know it.
Ah, but yeah, exactly. And you know that about like history, yeah? As Indigenous people, we know that some of that history is little sugar coated, I think, eh?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you say the difference is? What was in terms of the flavor of how you did business in Canada versus the States? Do you see a difference at all in the strategies you had to use or how clients were attracted to your business? Were they attracted to your business from a different perspective in different motives or anything like that?
No, it was pretty much the same. There was
Okay.
no, I wouldn't say there was a difference. It was I think I did the same thing in Canada and I just kind of brought it down here because I did have like the online, I did the whole online thing when I was in Canada, and then I just kind of did the same thing.
That's the beauty of online, though, right? It's international, so
Yeah.
that's cool. Well, right on. That's you're a very savvy business lady, so that's pretty cool. And I'm sure part of, like as Indigenous people and, people all over the world, you get this holistic sense. We're not just a business person. You're a mom, you're a partner, you're a lot of things to a lot of different people, right? And the roles that you play. And one of the things that I think contributes for me personally, I'll tell you something. I'm 2.5 years sober. So I'm really, really just new in my recovery and everything. And I'm finding powerful momentum from physical activity. I've watched YouTube videos and I've seen the scientific explanations on why you should exercise. Like, I think exercise for me personally has been a foundation of my wellness. And can you tell us how has exercise or physical fitness helped you in your journey?
Um, well, like looking back, I feel like when I opened my business, I also like it back in Canada, I was also I just started going to the gym too. Um, and both times, yeah, so both times it was right after just right after the loss, and so I just did both of those and
Hmm.
just I guess I've always just wanted to like make my grandpa proud, so um, mm, it was a big push for me, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. Oh, exercise is a big push. It is absolutely. I've definitely encounter resistance every time I know I need to go and I know I need to do it. There's
Well, it also
definitely
gives you like a lot of energy, and it keeps you motivated. It
Mhm.
gets you out of trouble. A lot of times it's just very, it just, I think it does. Like if you're 100% in it, you're just gonna want to keep doing it and feeling that way. And, you know, doing drugs and alcohol just doesn't really fit into that. Like there's no way you're
No.
gonna be able. So, well, when I'm doing my training and stuff, it's 100%. Like I'm either 100% in or I'm like out. So
Okay.
now that I've like this whole year that I've not been going full on in the competing, just like trying to find balance and stuff. I've noticed myself being more tired and more. I notice the difference. It's crazy what
Hmm.
like not does, but
Yeah. No, it definitely it definitely motivates, and it's naturally who we are. Like, I believe, like, especially as Indigenous people, like, our physiology still has that drive to move. I think
mhm.
we still have that fire or that spark or whatever it is that makes us want to endeavor into physical activity. We're very successful athletes, right? So what exact kind of exercise, if you don't mind sharing, what's your go-to kind of exercise? Is it aerobic, weights, CrossFit?
um, so a lot of weightlifting in the beginning just to gain all the muscle, and then some cardio. But when you're leaning out, like 12 weeks out of competition, you're doing like 45 minutes of cardio in the morning, 45 minutes at night, and then also like doing an hour of weightlifting somewhere in between the day. Um, so it takes time, and like looking back on my first one, I don't know how I did it by myself, and still, I don't know. I think I had a lot of friends and family helping me at the time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then down when I moved here, like I mentioned on my other video this morning, I wasn't like that busy when I opened shop here, and so I spent a lot of my time at the gym when I wasn't working. So um, I basically did that every day except for like Sundays. And I just like we live on a mountain, and I would wake up at like 6 and go run with
Mm-hmm.
my dog. And sometimes, to be honest, like I would just let my dog drag me and like kind of get me started because I was just so tired. Um, and then you just get ready and go to work and keep doing it every single day. And then um,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know. It's just you just have to like be consistent with your routine and just kind of remind yourself why. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also you have to be very careful with like I guess who you surround yourself with. Um,
Agreed.
I'm just very I w- during that time, to be honest, I didn't really have like friends here because I was a loner. Um, just being the location and everything. So um, the gym was my friend. Honestly, that was the hardest I've ever trained. Like I used to go to the gym, and I'm going like this because I'm just pretending I'm on the elliptical.
Okay.
I even had like my own favorite elliptical at the gym, and then I don't know. It's so weird, like just I don't know, living there. And then on top of that, coming home and then making sure everything was precisely measured out to the T. Um, and then
Do
I
you
have,
mean like your food and your supplements and stuff?
pardon?
Did you mean like your food and your supplements and stuff when you say measured out to the T?
Oh yeah, so I had
Your
to
diet, I'm sure.
out to the ounce and then to like the cup, and I would have to report to my coach um, here every week and just let him know like um, how I was feeling, what I was like. If I had troubles with my food, if I didn't like anything, he would switch it up for me. Um, and then also if I was having like any pains anywhere or how I was sleeping, like he just needs to know everything. And then they want to look at your progress weekly, and so having that there, um, it was kind of like my authority to make sure that I did what I did. So, um, and this team that I entered, I followed them from like when I was in Canada, and it just so happened that they're literally like 45 minutes away from where I lived, and it was
Wow.
working at the time, and so I just thought it was so cool, and I was like, oh my
No doubt.
god, yeah,
Starstruck.
yeah, and so they're one of the really well-known teams down here. They're called Body by O, and right now, like if you look up Miss Olympia, which is like the big bikini or figure competition
Oh, okay.
in Vegas every year, the top five are usually from that team. So it was kind of a big deal being part of them.
Wow. Being around the elite
Yeah.
of your sport, hey? Wow, amazing. So did you end up like befriending any of them, meeting any of them, working out with them?
Yeah, I have a bunch of friends from there now. My posing coach, um, she and I talk once in a while, and have a few friends that I go work out with when we have time, but they're all mostly like in the LA area, so or Palm Springs, so it's kind of hard to you know, meet with different
Yeah,
schedules.
it's still amazing though. It's still really amazing to be around people that you've basically seen and idolized, and then all of a sudden now you're there. And you're in a really powerful region right now. I mean, California, right? There's a lot of elite everything over there, really, right? Especially in like athleticism and all that kind of good stuff. So
Yeah.
how would you say like you're at like all of the factors that contribute, like you said, discipline and consistency, they all are really general principles that can cross over into other facets of your life, right? So how do you think has that consistency and that discipline of your physical fitness, has that helped with the business at all? I'm sure it's not smooth. I'm sure with your business it's not all smooth sailing, huh?
I mean, if I don't do it, then no one else is gonna do it, and I treat it almost like it's my baby, and so I just,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just really have to take care of it. Um, I guess
Yeah,
that's discipline, like doing it every single day.
for sure.
So,
Sure. Joe DeSena, he's the creator of the Spartan Race, and he
mm-hmm.
has a podcast, the Spartan Up podcast, and it's funny because he has like the successful business, right? And he openly says that like he basically compares a, running a business is more stressful than having a kid. He said, and he has a bunch of arguments with his wife about it all the time because his wife says, no, having a kid is way more stressful. He's like, no, I don't know, and they start having these arguments. But it's funny that you say that, like, you know, your business is basically like your child, right? That's a really good way
Mm-hmm.
to think of it. The ultimate ownership, right?
Yeah.
Right on. So your business is now, well, two Canadian years and 3 American years old.
Uh, I wouldn't say 3 here. It's
Okay,
going on 2. It's going on 2 years now.
40. Good. So where do you see your business in the future? Like, do you have any? Do you have any plans to grow?
I do. I'm just kind of like, um, I don't know. I wanted to get bigger, but it's like scary right now. I just feel like I have to like really commit and be ready. But with my daughter being so young and she kind of, um, is learning how to read and all that stuff. So it's like I'm trying to balance work and being a mom and doing all that stuff. So um, I want to grow eventually.
Yeah.
It's just actually doing it and planning it out properly.
Hmm. Oh, for
Mm,
sure. Absolutely. You don't want to grow too fast, or it's definitely a process in and of itself, huh?
yeah.
Hmm. Well, Chantel, that's all the questions I really have right now. But it's been really, really nice talking to you and getting to know you. And I'm
All right.
sure our viewers in the Indigenous Opportunities universe are definitely curious about your business. So if you could be so gracious as to share the link to your business, even that'd be exciting for people to kind of check that out.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'll share.
of course, excellent. Please do. And also, if you have any tips for anybody, okay. So the last thing I'm going to ask you is, there's for personal reasons as well as for just my passion personally, I have a podcast. It's the Indigenous Spark
Mhm.
podcast, and I guess now that this feature's on here, I'm definitely going to be using it for my page. But one of the things that I always ask my interviewees is one final thing. Okay, so our the Indigenous people all over the world, and I've actually at the World Indigenous Nations Games on Enoch First Nation this summer, had the fortunate opportunity of interviewing some of the delegates and the athletes from there, and I asked them, "What are the issues facing your communities now?" And it's the same thing. It's colonialism. It's alcohol abuse, drug abuse, suicide, and all that kind of stuff. So, Chantel, I would like for you, if right now there's somebody watching this video, and they might feel hopeless, they might feel alone, they might feel isolated. Is there anything that you could share with them? Can you please share any kind of message that you would have for people that are looking for help?
Well, all I would have to say is just like know that if you're feeling super down, like just know that that's not where you want to be. and just kind of understand that there's help out there. And, you just have to really get yourself out of the funk and like kind of take yourself out of and just look at yourself and just kind of think like, do you want to be there, or like where exactly do you want to be? And then I mean it's kind of tough to like kind of pick yourself up like that. You just kind of have to like place yourself where positivity is. So if there's like a wellness program or if there's therapists somewhere, um, I would go that direction and kind of stay away from drugs and alcohol altogether. It's really a bad depressant, and it just really drags you down, and it's
Hmm.
addicting if you don't get out of it. So I mean, there's people out there that literally want to help everybody. So
Definitely,
that
yes.
that's
There's lots of help out there if you look for it, hey, and if
and
you ask for it.
yeah. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's hard. I know, but once you're around those certain people and just kind of thinking straight and just kind of trying to figure out what you want in life, then you just go for it and just if working out helps, then I would recommend that too. I mean,
Hmm.
keep yourself busy doing positive things and thinking positive things, and um, those are just some things that kind of help me on my
Great.
journey. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I can definitely attest to that as well. Physical exercise is a game changer for depression and anxiety. So you just got to push yourself through that discomfort and know that the ultimate truth, there's no dancing around it. You got to get physically active. That's what the creator made us for. He made our bodies to move. So and that's
Yeah.
what we're engineered to do. That's what we're created to do, is to move. So he's bestowed upon us these really awesome feelings and thoughts if we just try really hard. So definitely recommend exercise as well as a form of wellness and a strategy. Well, Chantelle, it's been really, really awesome to talk to you and get to know you, and I'm sure our viewers have definitely enjoyed this. I certainly hope they have, and it's been really cool for us to navigate and be the trailblazers, so to speak, in this new trend that's going on Facebook. So, yeah, I guess that is all I have to say for now.
All right. Well,
So until next time, do you have anything that you wanted to add? Sorry, how do people get a
um,
hold of you? Can people do you follow you on what's your website? What's your how do
well,
people
my if they just add me on Facebook, I post stuff on there once in a while, like work wise. Also, my work page is linked to my account, so they can see all of that stuff as soon
what's the
as
name of your business? Sorry.
it's called the Second Look Lash Studio.
The Second Look
Lash Studio.
Lash Studio. Okay,
Hmm.
great. Awesome. Well, I hope people can maybe you could share a link, and of course people can look on your profile. All
Awesome.
right, Indigenous Opportunities watchers, thank you very much for listening to Chantelle's wonderful story. Her her resilience and her strategies for wellness are definitely inspiring, definitely for me, and I hope for you guys. So until next time, love one another, and most importantly, love yourself. Kakite no. See you again. See you, Chantelle.
Yeah.
And I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Oh, there's